Hey guys, welcome back to Show Me How Beauty. Today I'm doing this burgundy toned halo effect on the eye. I'm using the 9 coloured burgundy palette from MAC. So if you'd like to see how this look was created, then please keep watching. Okay, so I've just tied my hair back. I'm going to go in with my foundation, and today I'm using the Dermablend Professional Smooth Indulgence Foundation in SPF 20. And I haven't used this one in a while. This is in the colour Wheat. I'm looking a little bit pale on the face, but my arms are a little bit more tan, so I'm going to try and match my arms a bit more. So I'm using my Real Techniques buffing brush to blend in my foundation, and I'm just going to sort of blend it in downward motions. I'm going to skip through my foundation today because you've seen this, a lot of times before, and if you do have any questions, you're always more than welcome to leave them down below. So for brows today, I'm using a couple of products, and of course you don't have to do this in particular. You do what you have at home. So firstly, I'm taking this brow pencil from Lancome in the colour Noir. So it's quite a dark one, but I like it that it's a little bit more on the ashy side. And I'm just going to sort of rub that through the front end of my brow. And these pencils are quite sort of like almost chalky, which is quite good for brows because then you can brush it through and it ends up being sort of like a powder. So I'm just taking that sort of through the front bottom section. So to fill in the rest of my brow and just add a little bit more warmth, I'm taking the dark brown brow duo from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And this is a really good one. I use also, I think, the medium brown one. It's a little bit lighter. Taking a wing liner brush from Zoeva. And I'm just mixing those two colours together and gently sort of feathering it through the brow. So for an eyeshadow base today, I'm taking Paintpot from MAC, and this is a really good one to sort of conceal the lids whilst also providing a great base for eyeshadow. You can use whatever eyeshadow base you like, there's no rules as long as it works for you. So taking a tiny bit of that on my ring finger, I'm just going to pop a little bit under my eyes. So I'm just going back to my brows. I'm going to take a little bit of my L'Oreal Brow Plumper and run a bit of that through my brows, just keeping the hairs in place all day. And it also makes your brows look a little bit more like actual hair rather than just drawn on, which is a nice effect. So for eyes today, I'm going to use this palette from MAC, and it's the Burgundy x9 palette. So it's got lots of different little colours. They're not as big as the usual size eyeshadows, but it's a great option if you want to try out some colours that you haven't used before and you're not sure that you want to invest in a full size one. So it's actually pretty good value. So today I'll be using these eyeshadows. So I'm just going to take Poppyseed, which is this colour here, and I'm going to take that on a blending brush, and I'm just going to sort of start that out running through the crease. As I haven't used these colours before, it's hard to say as to how they're going to pay off. So I'm actually then going to pick up that colour and just sweep it all over the lid because there's not too much colour. If you are more on the pale side, this is going to be more of an intense colour. So perhaps mix this with a little bit of a white shadow just so that it's not as, I guess, full on for you. Really pretty colour though. And then going to dust a tiny bit under the eye as well. It's not going to make like a massive difference, but it's just going to provide a bit of a base for the next colours that we're using. So with makeup, it's all about layering your colours, and this is really our base. I'm then taking this colour here, which is Haux, and I'm just going to run that through the crease. The same on the other side. I'm really sort of keeping it though in that outer corner and then blending it into the crease. So this has definitely got a little bit more colour than that Poppyseed that we used earlier. I'm then going to take a flat shader brush and just apply a little bit of that onto that inner corner of the eye. And what I'm doing is creating like a halo effect. So we're keeping this centre part of the lid there. Very pretty. So I'm taking a little bit of Embark, which is that center color there, and I'm going to layer it over the top of the outer and inner colors that I've just applied. Just apply it on that outer edge there, and then we're going to blend, so don't sort of blend it too much with the brush. And I'm just doing the same on that inner part of the eye. I'm then going to take my blending brush I was using, the little bit of Haux from before, and just blend. And we're really going to try and keep it quite central to where we've placed the color, so just blend gently across the top. Just picking up a little bit more of that same color and just layering it over the top. And really I'm just like gently patting it on so that I don't have to do too much more blending after. I'm then going to take Sketch, which is this color here, and it's sort of like a really deep plum tone. And I'm going to take my flat shader brush again, and I'm just going to run that on the outer edge of the eye. Connecting it up on that outer edge there. Just taking a little bullet brush and picking up the same product, but I'm just going to place that on the inner corner and drag it out a little bit. And then taking a little bit of Sketch and just dragging it up onto that darker color we put on the top. So I'm then going to take a little bit of this color here, which is Star Violet, but I'm going to take it on my little ring finger. I'm just going to press that onto the center part of the lid there. So to do that, I'm really keeping it quite central to where I want it to sit and not really blending it too far out. Taking Star Violet again on this little bullet brush and just running it underneath the eye. So finally I'm going to take a little bit of this one here, which is Honey Lust, and it's a really beautiful gold reflective shade. I'm taking a little flat shader brush and I'm just going to lightly press that over the top of the purple tone we just popped down then. And it's just going to catch the light right in the center pretty much. I just wet my brush with a little bit of water just to sort of make those little gold reflex stay where they're meant to. And run it underneath the eye. I'm just taking my brush, my foundation brush, and sweeping away any of that fallout. Make sure your fingers are clean. I'm just going to take that my ring finger and just press it under the eye. And that's just going to conceal or well, pretty much correct any blue tones I have under there. Just to sort of add a bit of brightness, I'm taking the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the colour Creamy Beige. It's quite a nice concealer though, it looks really good on camera for photos and everything. Just going to sort of actually bring that out just to clean up under the eye a little bit. Just taking a clean fluffy brush and I'm just going to pretty much blend it in. I'm just taking this loose powder from Dior with a fluffy brush and I'm just layering it right underneath the eye, really close to that shadow. And that's just going to set everything. I'm then taking some on a fluffy brush and just going to sweep some across the rest of the face. And this powder is in the colour 02, so it's not too dark. So I'm taking this matte bronzing powder from MAC, and I'm just going to take that on a fluffy brush and dust that around the edges of the face. Any bronzing powder will do. So I'm taking Shade Star on this chisel brush I was using earlier for my powder, and I'm just running that through my contour in my cheek here. My cheekbone sits pretty much, and into my hairline at the back. Just creating a bit of shape through the face. For blush today, I'm taking this Cheek Pop blush in the colour 03 Berry Pop, which is really pretty. So I'm just taking that on the fluffy brush I was using before, and I'm just going to blend that onto my cheekbone and backwards. These have like a really pretty sheen to them, which is nice. They're not completely matte. They sort of have like this, it's not glitter at all, but it sort of just makes this healthy glow, I guess. For eyeliner today, I'm taking my L'Oreal Superliner in Perfect Slim in black. And I'm just going to trace that along my lash line, but just keep it really close to the roots. And I'm not winging it out at all, I'm actually just tracing my lash. That's it. I'm then going to take this Eye of Horus eyeliner and I'm going to trace my top waterline. Just taking a fluffy brush and I'm going to go back in with Antiqued. Just going to trace it underneath the eye. I'm just going to add warmth. We're not going to blend out that halo effect, but it's just going to add a lot of warmth. Which will be... Taking the Clinique Lash Power Mascara. This is a long wear formula, so it's not waterproof, but it is very long wearing, and it also comes off with warm water rather than with makeup remover. But it's really one of my favourite mascaras because I just find that it really gets into the root of the lashes. Just popping some on those bottom lashes. For lips today I'm going to go with Boldly Bare from MAC, and I'm just going to trace my lip line. So for lashes today I've got my Duo Glue, my tweezers from Vitry, and my Ardell lashes individual. So in this pack there's short, medium and long. So I did full lashes in individuals on one of my clients the other day and it looked amazing. So I've become a little bit obsessed, I think. So take one little individual lash, dip it in the glue, which I've got on the back of my hand. It's been sitting there for a second just so it can dry a little bit, and place it on the outer edge of the eye. The key is to gently place it down and then just leave it there. As long as the glue is connected to the lash, at some point it's going to dry and connect properly. So don't worry about it too much while it's just sitting there drying. Okay, so I've got my individuals on. As you can see, they're actually quite long, but they're really pretty. I feel like it's a great option to do individuals or something that's like long and fluttery but not too thick, so you can still see that halo effect on the eye. I'm just going to take a little bit more of my mascara that I've been using earlier, the Lash Power Mascara, and pop a bit on my lashes, just at the base. I'm still not happy with my lip colour, so I'm going to pop over the top of it Pink Plaid by MAC, which is a really pretty cool tone pink. This is the Fresh Bloom All Over colour from Clinique. I'm just going to take a little bit of that all over the face. Well, not all over the face, but all over the... Just be careful, a lot does come out. I'm just going to take a bit of that over the cheeks. And it's also a bit of a light reflective one as well. A little bit around the chin. Just adds that glow. So thanks for watching today, guys. I hope that you've enjoyed this Burgundy x9 palette from MAC. There's so many options with this palette. You could create such a natural look if you wanted to. So maybe that's something I'll do next. If you would like to see something that's a little bit more natural and everyday, then leave a comment down below and let me know your thoughts. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and like us on Facebook to stay up to date with what's happening. And subscribe to Show Me How Beauty on YouTube. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!